With the U.S. Air Force unveiling the new B-21 bomber, the perspective behind these comments is crucial. The Air Force had grown too old, small, and fragile in terms of its fighter aircraft inventory. Nowhere is this more striking than in the field of long-range strike missions. The B-21's transition from concept to reality marks a critical opportunity for the Air Force to reset this imbalance. It is an incredible honor to be able to experience firsthand the power of the B-2 bomber and meet the accomplished professionals of the U.S. Air Force who dedicatedly maintain the readiness of the aircraft and the Global Strike Command, which has such a far-reaching impact. This visit is a golden opportunity to deepen understanding of how the B-2 and the extraordinary capabilities of U.S. Air Force Global Strike Command fulfill the U.S. Strategic Command mission, and to strengthen the strong relationship between U.S. Strategic Command and the Department of Defense. Of course, what's even more impressive is that this aircraft is built with an open systems architecture that allows the integration of innovative weapons that haven't even been invented yet. While unmanned flights may be an option in the future, this aircraft is already being prepared for it, although there has been no official decision on the matter. This plan will eventually replace the B-1 and B-2 models, and according to a Bloomberg report, the project is expected to cost around $203 billion over 30 years to develop, purchase, and operate. Currently, there are 6 aircraft in production, with these planes bringing the next generation of stealth and employing unprecedented, advanced manufacturing techniques and materials. The U.S. Air Force plans to acquire at least 100 of these aircraft. So now things will start to change. The public will get the chance to see this beautiful new bomber. And at the same time, I think more information will start to be published about arrival times and when personnel will start to show up. Development of the B-21 Raider initially began in 2004, when the U.S. Air Force initiated the Next Generation Bomber program. Although canceled in 2009 after spending $1.4 billion, the service spearheaded a new program, Long Range Strike Bomber, LRSB, in 2011. 4 years later, the Air Force awarded the B-21 contract to Northrop Grumman, beating out joint Lockheed Martin-Boeing effort. In addition, the American Air Force recently launched its newest nuclear stealth bomber, the B-21, which will gradually replace the legendary aircraft from the Cold War era. Each B-21 is worth nearly $700 million and has the capability to carry both nuclear and conventional weapons. Specific details about the aircraft remain secret, but U.S. Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin called it a clear testament to America's superiority in ingenuity and innovation. The B-21 offered a revolutionary advance over existing bombers in the U.S. fleet, with the statement that even the most advanced air defense systems would have difficulty detecting the B-21 in the sky. This aircraft reflects 50 years of almost imperceptible technological advances applied to it. That's why the B-21 launch was such a big deal. This is an important step on the path to rebuilding a core part of America's arsenal. As Deputy Secretary LaPlante categorized it, very serious ordnance production. The B-21 can't start filling Air Force ramps fast enough. If people think a system like the B-21 is expensive, they have to consider the cost of not having one. That's it's called defeat. Of course, the technologies referenced, such as quantum computing and AI, will prove important, and the U.S. should strive to maintain a decisive lead on this path. However, the technology that closes the chain of destruction must be obtained in sufficient volumes to meet the stated requirements. The decision advantages afforded by other technologies are largely irrelevant if the ultimate tools necessary to secure their effects have not been built. If people think systems like the B-21 are expensive, they should consider the cost of why WHO had to be removed because he didn't have it. That's called defeat. The ability to hold any enemy target worldwide at risk is a critical capability because it provides commanders with the opportunity to attack often protected target points deep behind enemy lines that are critical to maintaining the enemy's ability to sustain combat operations. Attack enough of these targets in a swift and decisive manner, and the enemy nation will struggle to project combat power. This is completely different from frontline, force-on-force combat, which usually leaves core interior targets untouched,